Hey guys, welcome back to a Bloomburrow live draft. Just me today. Set's been going well. My win rate's kind of crashed a little since the set's starting to kind of, figure out what works and doesn't work. So let's take a look at pack one, pick one here. We have a byway barter. This is the 3/3 for 3 Raccoon Rogue with Menace. Whenever you expand, you discard your hand and draw 2. I really like this card in the Raccoon deck. It allows you to play out your hand a little more efficiently, and then recuperate those losses, especially if you can expend 4 with the 2 cards you drew. You can kind of get this small loop going. We also have a Consumed by Greed, which is a pretty good removal spell, and also recurs some of the stuff from our graveyard if we need to get some stuff back. Patchwork Banner is efficient in the bunny decks. These go wide strategies where you kind of want to pump up your large tokens. Sonar Strike, Dire Downdraft, good removal spells in this pack as well. We also have an Agate Assault. Probably going to take the Byway Barter here. Just, I like the Raccoon deck, and this is a pretty good card for that vector. Pack 1, pick 2, already off to a tougher selection. We have 3 Tree City. Not a card you want to see in Limited. It's never really going to tap for the mana you want for it. Hazel's Nocturne, Bandit's Talent. We do have a Raccoon Rallier. I do like this card, especially in the back. Ooh, actually, never mind. We have a Roughshod Duo. This is the 3/2 for 3 with Trample. Whenever you expend 4, target creature gets +1/+1 and gains Trample. It's just great in the Raccoon deck. We also have a Rush Shield Rampager, which would be nice to come around again since it's also a Raccoon. Pack 1, pick 3. It's in and out already. Man, yeah, I don't know. We have a Banishing Light. Good removal in white if we want to kind of spread to... Like, the cards we have don't rely on Raccoon cards. They have the expend 4, but that can be done in any color combination. Like, if we end up going in rats, or mice, we have a Heartfire Hero here. That's probably the safer pick, especially since Roughshod Duo can target the Heartfire Hero. Yeah, let's go with that. Maybe we'll end up in a rat deck, or a mouse deck. Excuse me. We have a Wishing Well, which is probably one of the worst limited cards. It's a really hard build-around card that cares about instants and sorceries, but you need to play it, but also set up for it. It's not where you want to be. Crumb and Get It is great with the mouse decks, pumps them, triggers Valiant. Speaking of Valiant, we have a Whisker Quill Scribe, which is the 2/2 for 2. When it becomes the target, you discard draw. It's fine. This card gets passed around a lot. I don't think it's got high picks. I'm probably going to take the Crumb and Get It here and kind of work ourselves into the mouse vector. Okay. We have an Alania, which is a really fun card if you're in the Otters deck, but Otters usually isn't where you want to be for this format. We do have Intempered Rabbit, which is a great card in general since the Offspring cost is only 1, but it's also great since it could potentially trigger 2 Valiant targets with 1 cast. So I'm going to snag that for us here. Okay. All right. So we have the common hybrid card for the mice, which is the Veteran Guard Mouse. A 3/4 for 4. With Valiant, when it becomes targeted, it gets +1, first strike, and you scry 1. So this is great top end in that deck. It's hard to kind of beat a 4/4 with first strike. We do have a Dewdrop Cure, which works better in these kind of low end or cheap end kind of vectors, which mice usually are, but right now we don't have too many targets. I'd rather take the Signpost common here for the mice. Not too bad so far. We do need to get some more Valiant triggers and Valiant payoffs. Byway Barter is just a good card to have, especially if we should be drafting a lower end, like cheaper 1-drops and 2-drops in this kind of go fast aggro deck. And Byway Barter is a great way for us to kind of recuperate those losses from kind of blowing out our hand early. Oh man, Otters is really open right now. And we have a Brambleguard Veteran, which is a really good Raccoon payoff, but I'd rather not kind of go back to rats if we don't, or raccoons if we don't have to. Seeing another Alania and a Storm Match Mentor here, a little upsetting. I wish the Otter Vector was a little more playable. I'm going to take the Rallier here because it does trigger Valiant. And if we're kind of trying to go for a fast, like, aggro deck, like, if we played the Guard Mouse on turn 4 with Rallier out, We're swinging with a 4/4 first striker, turn 4. Here we go. Another great Valiant payoff, too, is Bambleguard Captain, or Valiant Trigger, I should say. Beginning of your combat, this is going to target one of your creatures, pump it, and, potentially trigger those Valiant triggers. We do have a Crumb and Get It here, and an Alania's Pathmaker as well, which is a solid card. Let's just exile the top and play it this turn, but Bambleguard Captain's probably the clear pick here. All right, we're getting to the nitty-gritty here. Pileated Provisioner, not a card too many people see. It does trigger Valiant by putting a 1/1 counter, but it's 5 mana for a 3/4. We're really top heavy as of pack 1, but that's fine. We can kind of narrow it out. I'm going to take the Pathmaker here. Another Rallier, 3 Tree City. I'll take the Rallier here. War Squeak, a cheap way to trigger Valiant and give our creatures haste and pump them. So I think it's a pretty safe pick here. All right, we're just dumping our hand here. There's no cards here. Ooh, man. We have I never know how to pronounce this word. Fecund Green Shell. We just call it Green Shell. It's the 4/6 for 5 with 2 green blips, and its mana cost. Has reach. Really, what the meat on this card is whenever Green Shell or another creature with toughness greater than its power enters, you look at the top card of your library. If it's a land, you put it on the battlefield. If not, you just draw it, put it in your hand. This card's nuts, but I think we're way too far from that. I do see a Repel Calamity. I'm not really too high on this card. It doesn't hit as much as you'd like it to hit in this set. We are a little low on removal. I don't even think we have any removal at this point, so I might just take this as a safe pick. We have a Heartfire Hero in this pack as well, which I do love in these Valiant decks. All right, Heartfire Hero is going to get more play than this Repel Calamity. I'm going to take the hero here. Oh, man. We have a Blooming Blast. It's a fine card. I'm just going to take it because it's semi-removal, and it could finish out the game for hitting the opponent for 3. All right, here we go. Another payoff. Flowerfoot Swordmaster. It's the 1 mana 1/2 Offspring. Whenever this becomes a target ability, mice you control get +1. So it's pumping your mice. We also have a Brazen Collector in this pack, which is a great card. It's the 2/1 for 2 Raccoon Rogue with First Strike. When it attacks, you gain 1 red mana, and you don't lose that mana until the end of turn. So it's a great way to ramp out. And it's actually a really good attacker and blocker in this set, but I'm going to take the Swordmaster here. This is the third Alania this draft so far. That's crazy. We have another Roughshod Duo. We have a Parting Gust as well. This is the potential flicker target, but it also lets us exile an opponent's thing for giving them a fish. It's a little expensive for 2 white mana, but it's instant speed, and we are really low on removal. I'm going to grab this. Shortbow. Okay, so Shortbow, I think, is a great card in general, but it's also especially powerful in these Valiant decks, because say you're like turn 5, you really don't have anything to do. You could just move the Shortbow around to your Valiant targets and just have them all activate. Blacksmith's Talent, when I might take Blacksmith's Talent here. So this ETBs, you create a sword with a equipment that's just +1/+1. It's equipped for 2. But eventually this just lets you free attach and give that creature double strike and haste. We also got the Shortbow last turn, so I might take this because this isn't that bad of a payoff for these Valiant decks. I don't need 2 of them because it's kind of redundant to have 2 of them because you can't. I guess no, because equipped creatures have. Yeah, I guess if we have 2 of these out, we just move 2 swords around each turn. I'm going to grab this because there's nothing else great in this pack. We're going to sideboard it for now, but there's a potential we play that. Conductive Electricity. Probably going to take this here. We really haven't been drafting removal that hard right now. And it's kind of expensive, but it could potentially hit 2 things. It kills Offspring cards. I don't even think we have a rare in this pack. Oh, no, we have the Byway Barter. This isn't the best rat deck. Or rat. God, I am awful with that. Rabbit deck. Okay, so our Repel Calamity came around. This really isn't high playable. 10 creatures. It's between the Whisker Coil Scribe and the Calamity. I'm probably going to take the Repel Calamity here. All right, but pick 10, it's just chaff. There's nothing we really want here. A Sonar Strike, actually. Wow. Pick 11, pack 2. I'm going to grab that Sonar Strike. It's an easy grab. Wear down. Yeah, we'll take the wear down. We haven't seen... What I really want for this pack, or this build, is the Mentor, the uncommon Mentor for this, which is that 3-2 Vigilant Haste, and it gets 1-1 counters when you target it. That's like the meat and butter of this build. Golly, man, we're struggling here. We have a Thunder Trap Trainer. Otter decks, man, are getting fed into the Floodmaw. None of these commons or rares are playable. Uncommons or rares are playable for us. There is another Intemperate Rabbit, which is probably what I'm going to take here. Kindle Spark Duo. Sazakap's Brew. It can target Valiant triggers, but it's just not a great card. We'll take the Intemperate Rabbit here. Curve looks okay. Removal's a little light. Oh man, why are you showing us all this stuff? Maha, you can't splash for Maha. The double black makes it almost impossible here. Black's getting fed well too, actually. Feed the Cycle, Maha. Also, we have a Starseer Mentor, Nocturnal Hunger. This pack is packed. That doesn't sound right. If we take out the trash, we're gonna grab that. Man, where is our payoffs? 11 creatures. We got to take creatures a little higher. Driftgloom Coyote's fine. Pseudo removal. This deck's not looking too hot. Yeah, we really needed more Valiant cards. We have a decent amount of Valiant, ways to trigger Valiant, but that's really our game plan. We don't really have a strong game plan beyond that. All right, we have a Mouse Trapper, so when this taps down our opponent's stuff, which is pretty good. It also has Flash. We also have an Agate Assault here, but we're low on creatures, so I'm going to grab this Trapper. Yeah, so need some more Valiant cards, need some more ways to trigger at that, but at this point, I don't think we're low. We're not going to see a Mabel at this point. All right, another Swordmaster, so we have 7 mice, so this is pretty good. We'll take another Swordmaster here. We're very top heavy. We're going to have to cut something here as well. Most likely going to be some type of removal. Or some type of non-creature spell. We need more creatures in this deck. All right, Thistledown players. This is actually another free Valiant trigger. It's a 3/3, a 3/3/4/3. When it attacks, untaps one of our creatures. That's targeting, so it's going to trigger Valiant. And it's pseudo vigilance. Another Veteran Guard Mouse. We're going to grab that as well. We are very top heavy or front heavy, so it'd be nice to have these like large back end cards to kind of finish out our curve. This is definitely not the best rabbit deck I've ever seen. I mean, I've seen worse. See, if we stuck to our original plan with raccoons, this card is a great raccoon card. Gives you mana for raccoons, and when you expend 4, you gain 3. Spend 8, you exile the top 2, and so on. We have a Starfall Invocation. I'm going to take it, but I'm probably not going to play it. Sazakap's Brew, potential playable. All right, Nettleguard's a good Valiant card here as well, because some of these classes can get quite pesky, and this is an option to remove them. Another Crumb and Get It as well. And we'll just grab whatever's left at the end of this pack, and I guess we'll hop into deck building. All right, 5 cuts, 17 creatures, 11 non-creatures. Yeah, okay, let's look at our top end. Heartfire Hero, great way to target. Blacksmith's Talent will keep. Flowerfoot Swordmaster will keep as well. Chroma Get It is a great way to pay off. Probably going to cut the War Squeak. We have a lot of non-creature spells that are 2-drops too. We really want to be playing creatures early. Parting Gust, Blooming Blast. Like these are just like not top end removal. Like Sonar Strike is better than those two cards. I like the byway barter in this just because if we're playing a lot of cards early, this is great late game to potentially refresh our hand. Top end, we don't really have a great top end. Brambleguard's good for targeting Valiant. This is going to be our like bread and butter kind of get this out and hopefully just start attacking with it as soon as possible. Cut the War Squeak. I think we got to cut probably Repel Calamity. Blooming Blast can win us the game kind of like unexpectedly. It's like the only like deal damage to face card in the set. And gifting a treasure if you're dead doesn't really matter. Dealing 2 damage is nice too. It's a worse shock, but Parting Gust gives them a fish, but I can exile their best creature. Yeah, we have a lot of removal at the 2-drops. I'm probably going to get rid of the Repel Calamity here. Like, Sonar Strike just does that. Like, it destroys something with 4 toughness, you know? And we just have a lot of creatures. We have 17 creatures. Probably cut down in the 3-drop range. This could win us. Like, you don't see Mousetrapper play it all that often, but like flash this out at the end of their turn 3, and potentially play in a Tempered Rabbit kicked turn 4. You know, you tap down what they potentially have on their board as blockers and swing in for a nice amount of damage. It's a good way to kind of force that to happen. We do need a decent amount of non-creatures just to trigger Valiant. Like, we do have Raccoon Rallier, which will also give us those triggers. Tempted to cut the Conduct Electricity. It's kind of dead on the hand for a while. We want to kind of go fast. Blacksmith Talent probably isn't great here. It's like a pet card for me in this set. Especially since we have Short Bow. You know, it kind of gives us options to do different things. And it is a Valiant trigger as well. The sword it creates. And then if we get it to level 2, it's a free Valiant trigger every turn. So 4 mana invested into that. I might cut one of the Ralliers. Maybe one of the Crumb and Get It's. 16 and 8. We could potentially just do our curve is so high in the front. We could just do a 16 land deck here. I might do that. Turn 1, we definitely want to get a Heartfire out or a Sword. So these are equal pay. And then turn 2. Turn 2, I guess either red or white. So I guess an 8-8 split here is the way to go. Let's ship it. Game 1. We'll see. I haven't played too much of the mice deck, so let's see how it pans out here. All right, so this is not a great hand because we want to be playing something turn 1 or turn 2. Luckily, we're on the draw right now. This set has a weird win rate, so you have a much higher chance, not a much higher chance, but like a 4% chance higher of winning if you're on the play. But I'm going to mull here and hope we get a 1-drop to play. That's better. So we have a Swordmaster turn 1. Fortunately, we can't kick it, but Sonar Strike up turn 2. Yeah, curve out. Hopefully we draw a land. Hit him with the hello. They go down 5 on the play too. Wow. Storm Chaser's Talent at least puts something on the board for them. Oh, that's tough for them. Can't really do anything with this turn until 4. You need to have an instant sorcery in the bin to even really get any payoffs for this. Oh, that's rough. 3 cards in hand, turn 2 already. All right, there's our Heartfire hero. I mean, the goal of the game is to win, so unfortunately, we're just going to start attacking and trying to maximize our damage here while our opponent's down. Magic's the type of game where you need to kick somebody while they're down. Hopefully we hit a land next turn. I mean, at least they're playing their lands, I guess. I'm assuming they're missing red at this point. Hit our red. I'd rather play this turn 4 if we hit a land to get double triggers. They'll probably block the Heartfire Hero here. I'll swing with the Swordmaster. I don't want to lose this yet. And then we'll play the Barter here. They could have a counter spell up. I could have held up the Mouse Trapper and held it till the next turn, but I want to go fast, quick, kind of deal as much damage as possible to them. There's a chance they have a Runaway together in hand, which would... that's probably what they do. Yeah, they're going to bounce their only creature to slow me down. That's interesting. They're hitting their land drops, but I'm not sure if they want that. They can move... Yeah, okay. They're moving their Storm Chaser's talent to level 4. They're going to bring back that Runaway together. They don't have creatures. All right. So I didn't hit my land drop. We're just going to swing out, play Barter again. And if I lose to a slow tempo guy who got tempo deck that went to 5. All right, they hit the red. That's probably what they were waiting for. Long River Lurker. And then they have Runaway together up. Oh, man. I might swing with Barter this turn. They probably run away together it. But I'm going to hold up Trapper. I think that's the move. Hold up Trapper. Next turn we... Oh, they didn't run away together. Which kind of sucks. The run away together is kind of a... It hurts us a lot, actually. Yeah, so I'm going to flash in Mouse Trapper at the end of their turn. Otterbolt Antics, okay. Still have Runaway together up. And a Finch formation, okay. Curious, I doubt they attack here. It'd be silly for them too. I mean, I'd like it if they did, don't get me wrong. Yeah, okay. We'll flash in the Trapper. So we'll probably... We're going to lose something to the block, but I'm going to tap down the Lurker, because this has Ward 1. Now I want to keep this hand. Okay, we'll trigger the Trapper. Tap down the Lurker. If I pump Heartfire Hero, it survives a Finch attack, but I won't attack with Swordmaster. I think I want to keep this around, so we'll pump the Heartfire Hero, and then attack with everything, and nothing dies. Unless they double block here. Which is a possibility, which I'd be fine with too. They are double blocking in the Trapper, okay. That's fine. They're at 4, or they're at 7. If they move this to... I mean, this is... Yeah, they are moving to level 3. So whenever the cats do the instant sorcery, they're going to get a 1-1. But I think I just have game here, because I can Parting Gust their Lurker. And then we just swing in here for lethal. And, I mean, that feels bad. We just kind of beat down somebody who milled to 5 and didn't have their second mana source for quite a while, but hey, that's part of the game here. On to game 3. Game 2. Game went pretty well, but again, beating down somebody who's already hurting. So, we'll see. Ah, man. We're on the play. I'd really rather not mill here. We're not doing anything till turn 3. We have a high probability of drawing a 2-drop here, though, or 2 or 1-drop. So So that's what we're hoping for. I mean, it is a 2-drop. I did ask for it, but not the card we wanted. They play like actually, if they play a Pawn Prophet here. Oh, okay. Wild Guide. This is a card that I'd just rather get rid of. Bolt the Bird. Take out the Possum. Barter will probably let us hit more next turn. Evasion is key. Ooh, what are they thinking about? 3 color. Okay, so glad we got rid of the Wild Guide, which could have been a fixer for them as well. Sultai. No, I can't play this. I can't play this and move it to 2, so let's attack with Barter. Looks like they have some type of removal. Die or down shaft. Ooh, I'm going to keep that on top. Because we'll play the players this turn. I guess recast that and keep up Crumb and get it. Could also just play Rabbit twice, swing for 5. Okay. This is the type of card I hate to see in a Frog deck. This is like the best card to just bounce and replay. Okay. I mean, they put this to 4. I still have a Crumb and get it up. Could have a Spell Gyre up in hand now. Nope, just Tree Guard Duo. All right, so they're going to hit me for 6 here. I'm not going to block. 7. I can't do math. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I guess we're going to play the Guard Mouse out just as a blocker here now. Next turn, we could Crumb and get it. Attack out Crumb and get it with players and the Guard Mouse. Get that trigger. Keep in this hand. Their field's looking a little better than mine right now. Let's Splash Lasher. So they put the counter on the Lasher, which is incentive for them not to bounce it and kind of get that additional effect. But it's a scary card nonetheless. You run away together that. Recast it, kicked, double counter on something, stunned for a while. It hovered over the Guard Mouse, which makes me think it's not long for this world. They could have a Polywop here. Oh, there's the runaway together. Okay. Yeah, that does slow me down. Cash Grab, okay. I see a green shell. That's a scary card. I can cast it next turn. I have no way to get rid of it. Yeah. Probably going to put it on the duo here. I probably shouldn't. I need to slow them down, so I'll probably double block whatever they attack with this turn. He's thinking. Might have been better to play the green shell and still have the Druid in hand to get that additional green shell trigger on their next turn, because this isn't affecting the board enough that I feel like it's relevant. All right. Lasher's scarier if they can recast and bounce it. I haven't seen that many ways to do that besides the runaway together. Duo, also scary, but it also triggers green shell if they recast it. I'm going to kill the duo here. Maximize my removal here. That's fine. Ramble Guard Captain 2. Really wish we had some lands here. I'm going to play the Guard Mouse again. They're going to play the green shell. I think once the green shell hits, though, it's going to be hard for us to kind of come back from that with the amount of card draw and ramp it produces. Yeah, there's green shell. Probably going to hit a land off the top here. Yep. Ah, man. Green shell is so hard to get rid of. I think I want to get rid of the green shell. I doubt they're going to block here. And I'm probably dead on crackback. So I'll attack with both. This is kind of giving me away that I have a crumb and get it. I doubt they'll block with the green shell here. But this is my only way to kind of get out of this. They'll probably just take 9 here. I'll still have the crumb and get it up, so I can potentially save my guard mouse next turn. Yeah. Fine. They probably know I have a crumb and get it the way I tapped out. We put a drift gloom coyote up, which we can remove the green shell. All right, so this can kick back the splash slasher, or that, and then they're going to get another green shell trigger off the sun shower druid. They'll probably put the counter on green shell, make it this 5/7 unstoppable force. Draw a card off green shell. God, green shell is just too good, man. I'm glad we kept this on top because that will get rid of the green shell. They know I have a crumb and get it in hand. I'm curious to know what they have in hand. Unfortunately, we can't play crumb and get it and attacking with both. That's bold. Okay. If they have any type of pump spell and I don't double block, I'm dead. So I'm going to block here. Crumb and get it on the veteran guard mouse. Let's attack first. Peppered rabbit. I already have one in hand. They just take it. That's fine. I'd rather have stuff off their board. Oh, man. What do they have in their hand? No. Okay, they're just letting the board die. We'll play the coyote now. Hit that green shell. And hope they don't have anything else to do. Keen-eyed. That is a card. So, yeah, he needs to only exile 4 things. So I have an instant, a creature. Only instants and creatures in my graveyard. And he has instants, artifacts. Okay, so he has the way to turn this on to a 7/7 trampler. He'll probably do it at my turn. Man, that is good. So what I'm going to do is just start investing in this blacksmith's talent. So I think that's the only way we live this. Oh, no, I want to keep this guard mouse alive. I don't think I'm going to be able to. This is going to be a 7/7 next turn. This is going to be a 7/7 next turn. All right, triple block it. He's going to get it back his green shell. I probably should have hit the guard master to scry one, but I kind of want to make my board a little bigger here. Oh, that's scary. This thing's gonna be massive. Now we wait for all their triggers to go. Yep, now he's going to hit his graveyard because he does have a land. He has an artifact. He has ways to make this thing just terrifying. 2 mana. I mean, I guess it's more of a 6 mana 7/7er, but you could spread out how you play that mana. Now he's just adding icing on top. I don't really have any ways to interact with the graveyard. I have to kill this thing because I mean he's going to get his green shell back, which is unfortunate. But green shell doesn't automatically kill me. This thing does automatically kill me. He's not attacking with it. Oh man, you're going to hate me, guy. Oh, I'm so sorry. If let's use a shore up here, which is just brutal. Nice. Let's beat the knights. All right. I mean, that's the top deck of the century, right? Push this up. Put on the... I should have scried last turn, so what we'll do this turn. 5, 8, 9, 10. Puts him to 1. Is there a world I'm afraid of something attacking me back? Probably, but that's for him to figure out, not me. Is there... there is a world where he has enough, like, double pump in hand, too. Okay, Pawn Profit. Oof. I mean, that was really just luck on the draw. I'm glad if he attacked, we wouldn't have won. I guess he was afraid of the crackback, but I had to have blocked. I would have lost. He would have got back his green shell if he attacked. So, I guess he was a little more nervous of the crackback. Fine with me though, because a win's a win. We'll go to game 3. Oops. Yeah, I don't know. Once I saw that green shell, I was like, there's no way we're coming back from this. But, I mean, lucky draws, you know, maybe... I guess that's an instance where the Repel Calamity can be argued to be in the deck. If they have these, like, really strong bomby rares or mythics, like, I guess all the Calamity Beasts are targets for that card, which is where it gets its name from. But regardless, deck's working out pretty well. Let's see if we continue that streak into game 3. If we get into game 3. I love waiting to play Magic. Hopefully we're not stuck in that kind of draw loop. Bronze rank, which is interesting. They either have the most cracked deck imaginable, or this is just bad pairing. It took almost a minute for this. I mean, at this point, it looks like they have a cracked deck. That is a cracked card. I mean, this is the type of card you just swing. You play a land, swing, and just start investing mana into this Hired Claw, and it becomes this massive threat. Interesting. Okay. I mean, we have a take out the trash in hand, which is nice. I'll take 3 here, it looks like. Didn't pump it. Oh no, is this going to be a gecko chain? Oh wow, that's smart. I like that. We are going to take out the trash though before this Hired Claw gets too out of control here. But that was a really cool play already. I'm scared now. A lot of different options my opponent has here. I mean, we're seeing lizard cards, but this is... I feel like they're playing a lizard's deck. I think he wants to get me the damage and then get the payoff. So he could have that 3-mana hybrid card. Oh, nope, nothing. Okay. We're going to play a blocker here. This is also going to be a Valiant trigger for us. A lot of removal spells he could have in hand here as well. But who knows? This is such a lizard start, though. Hired Claw into Gecko. Gecko mana pays for Hired Claw's pump. It's just, I don't know, a classic little maneuver. Could have an Agate Assault here. He is looking at my cards, so probably wants to get something off the board. I mean, he's clearly playing red-white now, so it wasn't just a splash for white. There's the Agate Assault. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine. I'm a little upset about it, but it is what it is. There's our next white source. Could play Rallier. And another Heartfire Hero this turn. And the next turn we kick Swordmaster, pump it with Rallier. Yeah, I think I like that. Unless he wants to trade this gecko. Could also just play the blacksmith's talent, pump it, and start moving around that sword. Ooh, okay. I mean, he hasn't had a way to trigger Valiant to this point, but this card is nuts. Yeah, we're not attacking through that. I think what I'm going to do is just start pumping one of my heroes. Go tall. I got to be able to run around him. I mean, yeah, I can play short bow next turn, get the free trigger off that. This becomes a 5/5 with trample, or a 5/5 with vigilance. And it hits him in the face for 5. All right, now he does have a way to trigger off the Forerunner, which is unfortunate. This has to attack, and with the short bow out, it's less incentive for him to want to do that. Play short bow. Let's kick this. Trigger hit. I mean, I just need to maximize damage here. Double trigger, 6/5. I mean, he could stick anything in front of this. If he wants to kill one of these two, I'm fine with that. All right, now I have a way to block the Squire. There's a chance he just... I mean, if this is a good removal target. I mean, another Agate Assault can't kill this, thankfully. Anything that destroys this will automatically hit for him for 5, and I have another Heartfire hero to start reinvesting into. The reach here is really important, though. It shuts down Squire. He can trade the Squire to get one of these Whisker Veil Forerunner triggers, but that's a decision he has to make, not me. Land off the top off this Alani's Pathmaker. Two mana up, 2 red. I mean, I'm just gonna keep throwing Heartfire Hero. So Heartfire Hero is going to be a math 7/6 next turn. Okay. And we could potentially invest nothing. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna get the free trigger. Actually, I can give something double strike. But I don't have trample, so I'm gonna bounce around this short bow real quick. And then that's fine. And then we'll just swing with these guys. I mean, this is presenting 11 damage to face, even if they kill these. Okay. It's fine with me. And then I deal another 6 to face. Puts him at 2. And then we'll keep this Heartfire hero up as a blocker. Squire can't get in. I mean, they got to look for an answer here. And if this Heartfire hero dies, it just kills them. Unless they have a way to exile it, there is the Gust that we have in our deck. All right, they're searching for an answer here, which is always a good sign. I think they're going to go to try to search for something with Forerunner as well. And then they do have the option. They didn't hit anything. Heartfire hero dies, it doesn't matter. Okay, so they just lose. That's fine with me. Unless there's like, what do you do here? There's no way to, like, if they can gain life out of nowhere. No, okay, they're geckoing. That was a solid deck the opponent had, but I don't know. Mice is nice. All right, 3-0. Let's keep this win streak going. This is where I usually fall apart with these decks. Let's It's just how it is. But deck feels good. You know, we were able to answer some threats. That Heartfire hero, that was crazy. It's hard to get rid of, especially once you get to like this 6/6. If you kill it, you're taking 6 to the face. You have to exile it or just chump block it for life. All right, we're playing Golem here. All right, this is not a hand we want to keep. Thankfully, we're on the draw. Wow, that is that is worse than that last hand. So I really don't want to go to 5 here. Put down the rabbit. Keep the duo up just because I know we have the way to play it with the mana we have available. Oh man, this is not great. These are the worst ways to lose too. I mean, Magic's obviously a game of luck, as much as it is a skill. Blooming Blast to this. Playing an Otters deck though, so Otters usually isn't the type of deck you want to play. I mean, if you have enough of these, okay, if you have enough of these mentors, the deck just gets nutty. Oops. Play out our duo. Unfortunately, this has prowess. So there's a high probability that these just trade or the duo just dies here. Rallier. Get up a shore up. Take out the trash. No mana. Ah, that's rough. I mean, that's the way you lose to an Otters deck is you get mana screwed. All right, I guess we're both in similar boats. Let's get rid of this Mentor now. I forgot this was a raccoon. Parting Gust isn't going to happen for a while. Really need another mana source here. There we go. Okay. So this is going to trigger this, and then the Guard Captain. All right. Unless they have a counter spell here. Cool. All right, so we're going to swing it for 6 this turn here. That feels pretty good. Next turn, we could cook out the Swordmaster. It does pump this. We won't get the Valiant trigger, though. Or the Expand trigger, which is fine. Looking at my captain. Stealing my captain. Rude. That's probably the card to, like, Kidnap, not a great card, but you want something that has this ability that will just allow it to go off instantly. All right, we did hit the land, so we'll play the Swordmaster out, cast the Rallier, get our Expand trigger, hit for 4. We had another white mana source. We had the Coyote up. That sucks. Oof. They have to hit a land drop next turn. This is probably the guy who took all these that were going around our draft. We saw 3 of them. You know, like whoever was in the Otters deck there, like. All right, Summer Strike. I think we just want to try to hit for damage here. It's probably gonna at least trade for one of these here. That's fine. I think I want to keep up the duo because I just need to do damage. All right, they have no blockers right now. If they hit a mana here, they're going to play out Alania, which is just can be a very nutty card. Doesn't look like they hit it. Nice. Okay, they do have another Pathmaker. Is that a Manifold Mouse? Okay. Oof. All right, we have lethal on board, so we'll just Coyote this. Yeah, okay. Driftbloom Coyote, man, it's winning us games. You know, it stopped the green shell in that first game. It's like one of those cards you just don't see that often. Like it's not a bad card by any means, but like I guess like the amount it gets passed around in the draft is so low. Like I don't see it. I don't really see my opponents play it all that often. But as you can see, it does work. Opponents on the play. We have a turn 2 play. And all we have to do is hit a land, and we're on the draw. So this is a keep in my eyes. Yeah, hopefully we hit a land, put the Nettle Guard on turn 2. We have the Crumb and get it up. Flash out the Trapper potentially on their turn, and then turn 4 we can Intemperate Rabbit. Get the triggers on both of these. No, even better, we have a turn 1 play. This is probably better off holding for Offspring just because it double pumps our board, but we do have to trigger both of them. Blacksmith's Talent. All right, we're playing the mirror match here. And see, we do have Nettle Guard, which is just a great way to deal with these talents. It's almost like I don't want to show him this, so he invest the mana into this, and then I just come out of nowhere and like, hey, no. But I'd rather just build up my board, try to deal as much damage as possible, as quick as possible. Banishing Light. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. Oh, wow. Okay. Oof. Let's just make a board. This is going to get crazy. I mean, if we hit a land next turn too, double trigger, pumps the whole board. We haven't seen a creature from them yet. If they invest the mana Blacksmith's Talent, it's probably our best look here. Opponent's thinking about what they want to do. We have enough Flower Foots on board, though. This is nice. Mies, we are the Mies. No creatures yet. I mean, curious to know what they have in hand. Guard Mouse would be scary. It's going to be hard for us to punch through. Bays. Okay, that is a full activation on that, isn't it? Oh, no, they have more lands than me. Oh, man, that's going to be hard to deal with. We have a Sonar Strike and a Crumb and get it, so I'm almost tempted to just swing out, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I mean, Baze it's nothing at this point, unless you have a way to kind of flick it. Okay. Okay. I'll give them a food, because I want this to stay around. So this is going to go... Oh, and actually, no, that won't kill it. I can't do math. It's going to push it up to... It's going to be a 3. And then we have the triggers. So I can only Sonar Strike it, which is unfortunate, but I want this off the board. Oh, man. What a scary card. Okay. Okay. Potentially put this on the fish and start hitting us. Yep. Man, oh man, where are my lands? We're going to play out the Thistle down players here. Both for that Valiant Trigger, and we need a blocker. You know, at least... This thing will be a 5-3 if they move the sword over to it. We're an opposite boats here, opponent. You're hitting all the lands that I need. All right, so it's going to double strike. Ah, that is so scary. Yep, makes sense. And then it's going to be a 4-3. Hit me for 8. I can't kill it. I think I just take 8 here. Hopefully we have planes off the top is probably the ideal draw here. Okay. Planes off the top. And tap target. Okay, so we can at least swing for 3 here. And then we hold up the Trapper and Crumb and get it. Ideal play here is, depending on what they play, is we flash out Mouse Trapper on attack, block the Warren Guard, Crumb and get it kicked, give this indestructible, tap down the fish, swing in next turn for a decent amount of damage. That's the ideal play. But opponent has 6 mana, 3 cards in hand, and is obviously thinking about something, so we will see. Driftloom Coyote. Okay. If he gets rid of the Swordmaster, it's going to get a counter on that, but it looks like he's going to get rid of the player. That black. Oh, it gives it haste, too. Oh, wow. I mean, we're still going to do what we're going to do, and thankfully I can still trade for this. And then I'm going to get back my guy, but I don't know what I'm going to do against this at this point. I wish this put stun counters. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I just have to race them. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. 7 mana, 2 cards in hand. I chump block something. If they play something massive and give it haste again, that could be scary, but there's not really too many things that have trample. You need something with evasion to really punch through. And that has menace. It does have menace. It's scary, but we can double block. Then I don't think we swing in for lethal technically next turn. Actually, I think we can swing in for lethal. No, I think we're only going to put them to 1. And then I'm dead on crackback. They're deep in thought about over here what they want to do. Okay. Probably going to target the Slinger. Attack. Double block. I mean, they can move the sword over now as well. They didn't move the sword over. So I play the Intemperate Rabbit kicked. Target here, tap that. 3. They block this. I think I present lethal unless they have, I don't know, it's a removal spell in hand. But I don't think that means we're dead. Oh, they have the life gain. Okay, we're still not dead, though. I can untap one of their things. Why would I ever want to do that? I'm probably going to block with this anyway, so I'd rather keep these alive. Okay, puts them to 2. I have a Heartfire Hero, which now, in hindsight, I wish I put the mana into, because if they kill this, they die, but I still have enough blockers. They would need some way to give trample or flying. They could have the can't remember the name of it, something in flight, which just wins them the game here. Nothing comes to mind that can give it trample. They would also have to potentially kill 2 things on my board. They have some outs, but it's slim. It's looking better for me at this point. 2 cards in hands. They're thinking about what they want to do here. I don't know, it's fine. Think. It lets me drink my chocolate milk. Decisions. Looking at their options. Teapot Slinger can hit us for 2. But that doesn't put us into lethal range with anything they have on the field. Season's Worn Guard's going to always be on since they have this sword token. That is a card I did not expect. Okay. Oh, this gets much scarier now. Oh, that has trample. I think that's game, actually. Yeah, wow. Wow, that's the way we lose, huh? That is unfortunate. Because, yeah, even if I stick 2 things in front of this... Oh, man, that's... Curious if they had that in hand or that was the draw, but... Hey, I mean, that's how the game goes. If I'm going to lose a game, that's the way I'd rather lose, to this kind of, you know... Everybody, it's like neck and neck, you know? It's hard to play around that. They did have a lot of lizards in the beginning. But, whatever. Still a really fun game. Really fun way to lose, you know? Card you don't expect. It was really the trample that won it for them. It didn't matter what they stole there. The fact that they could have run me over regardless. We're up against Tugs. Friendly little badger folk. We go first. We do have a turn 1 play, turn 2 plays. This looks like a good keep here. Depending on what they play, we might take out the trash on it, but I'd rather get short bow out and potentially start pumping Heart Fury Hero here. I love short bow so much. It's such a pet card for me. So that's going to put this to a 3-3. Stoat. Okay. And that's fine, honestly. Swing here. I think I'm going to play the... Oh, man. I think I'd rather keep up the take out the trash. Let's hold up take out the trash. Us playing this puts a sword on the field, but it doesn't really affect the board state all that much right now. Potentially removing this, if he pumps this, is what I'd rather do. Probably has a crumb and get it here, or an... Oh, all right. So getting rid of an overprotect is even better here. Now I think I'm going to play the Builder's Talent, pump the Builder's Talent, and then really just try to deal as much damage as possible, as fast as possible with this Heartfire Hero. It's going to put it to 5. Now if they try to kill this, it's going to hit them for 5 too. And then I could pump this again next turn, give this double strike. They need to get a creature out here. Cleric, okay. I don't think it's worth putting that. But I can. Double kick. Best way to maximize damage here. I don't know if they're going to automatically block this. But this is more of an incentive for them to block it now. They have to block it. They don't. Interesting. They probably have a way... They can't kill this. They could have Parting Gust. They could have that Driftline Coyote. Hop to it. Okay, that's fine. That's chump blockers. Same good game. Okay, fine. Heartfire Hero, man. Ugh. You just race to get that card out. Looking good so far. We are 5-1. 2 more to go. Love for this deck to trophy. Wasn't really too keen on it in the beginning, but obviously it's quick enough, and we have enough interaction for it to kind of really pay off. We had some big wins. I keep thinking of that Green Shell. That Green Shell is such a scary card, but Coyote saved us on that one. All right, hop it into game 6. It's the gold player, which probably means they have a really pumped up deck. We are on the play. Nothing to do till turn 3. We do have our mana, and this is a pretty good curve out. Once we get there, we'll just hope we hit a 2-drop. There's a high probability we do, or another 1-drop. There's our 1-drop. Love to see either a way to put an equipment on this. Ooh, okay. Come and get it. This is going to get bigger for all the rats. Looks like they're in the bat deck, though. Rather keep those back as a blocker. This is the wrong mouse. I was thinking this was the other mouse. I would have kept this up, but I don't think it would have mattered. Hopefully it doesn't matter. Taking the 3 here. So maybe I should have... I think they would have blocked the Heartfire Hero. I don't know, though. Maybe not. This isn't really going to get much bigger. Unless they have a ton of rats, but... Death Touch, too, man. Golly. I'm trying to think of the best way to play around this, because we do have this. Do I want to just swing it? There's no way I'm going to be able to interact with this. Maybe we just swing in here and they try to block one of these. They don't. Okay. And then we're just going to play this. Oh, no, I'm probably not going to expand this in a while, so I'll trade this for the rat. Yeah, byway barter, I'm not... There's no chance I dump my hand anytime soon. I'd rather get this off the field. Hold up the crumb and get it and just try to keep punching through. Star Chanter, it's fine. They have no way to gain life currently. Or lose life. Fine with me. They still hold this up, so they're probably going to block this turn. Would I rather set up or just start attacking? I think I just want to keep attacking. I'll crumb and get it, whatever they block. They don't do it again, so why not attack with this? Hopefully we hit another land next turn so we can play out the captain and hold up the crumb and get it. Captain lets us... I mean, now that we have Guard Mouse out and we could start pumping Guard Mouse, like, this becomes a worse block for them. So they're going to get this trigger off this Star Chanter now since they are losing 2 life. This lets you reveal a creature card with power 2 or less, power 3 or less from the cards looked at, which is the top 4, and put it into the hand. So they're essentially drawing 4 this turn and hitting us for 6. Okay, that's fine. Why? The question is, why hold back the Harbinger if you're not going to attack with it? They drew a lot this turn too, so... And they hit their Mentor. I need to just start attacking. This, crumb and get it. That Mentor really screws us up. So I think they're going to try to block this. Yep. I'm going to get the crumb and get it anyway. Less damage through, but let's just look at the top. So now they have the option to play. They're probably going to play the Mentor here, which doesn't allow them to trigger anything this turn. It just becomes a 3/5 blocker. Or they could sack their foods if they're really getting that desperate about their life. Next turn, depending on our draw, but most likely we're gonna target the... Never mind, they're gonna get rid of the Guard Mouse. Okay, interesting. I don't present lethal, but this is the move, I think. No, this is lethal. I can't do math. Don't listen to me, I can't do math. Heartfire Hero, man, the hero of this deck. This and the Coyote, man. All right, one more game to go. Hopefully we can trophy this one. I'm really enjoying this deck, how this is panning out. Heartfire Hero, man. I don't know. Like, I'm loving this set, though, because the vectors are so specific. It feels so good when you can actually get, like, what you want to do going, like, rolling. These are the types of decks I like, sets I like. All right, we're on the draw. Parting Gust not really doing much for us. We're not going to have a turn until play till turn 4. We're on the draw. I'm going to mull. Hopefully we get a turn 1 play. No turn 1 play, but potentially draw a red mana source here. Nope. Okay. Not looking too great for us. Looks like we're playing a Rats deck. Really not looking great for us. I really don't want to lose anything here. I'm going to get rid of... man. I'm going to get rid of the Garden House here. Red mana, red mana, red mana. See? All you have to do is the red mana chain. Tepid Rabbit probably next turn. Pump this to a 3/3. Fountain Port. This is the first time I've seen this played. Discard 2. What a jerk. I want to keep the Guard Captain. Oh, man, dude. This is gross. Like, I don't even know. Like, he's just making me do nothing over here. Discards. No play. Okay, interesting. He's probably have as a removal spell here or a counter spell. He doesn't have a counter spell. There's a chance he still has a removal spell here. Savior, Nocturnal. If he had it, he should have done it prior to that. Sacrifice token, draw a card. 3. Okay. Bloomburrow. Okay, he wants to kill that. That's fine. Still going to take the 4. I'm not winning this at this point. The card advantage above us is just too high. I'm just going to play out my hand too, because he's going to eventually just make me discard everything. Yeah, wow, man. He's getting to threshold pretty quick. I don't want to lose this. Hopefully we get to draw a Crumb and get it or something. At this point, I'm just trying to make the Heartfire Hero as big as possible. There are bounce spells, obviously, which just resets this clock, and it kind of feels bad, but it is what it is. Really wish we would draw something besides a land, but... I mean, at this rate, the goal is to make the Heartfire Hero just a... I don't know, 15-15, and hopefully he kills it. There's the Dire Downdraft. I should have attacked. Who would have known? Oh my... Yeah, alright. We're not coming back to this one. This just feels like a lost cause as is. They did get rid of their Wren, but they have a way to bring back Wren, so it doesn't even matter. Hit them with the good game. That was disgusting by our opponents. Making us basically lose our entire hand and then just playing nutty card after nutty card. It's kind of hard to come back from. All right, 6-2. Really would love to see this deck trophy. This is the final boss. You know, bottom of the 9th. Let's see if we can pull it out. Let's see if we can come up with a victory here. All right, final opponent. The masked figure for us to defeat. We're on the play. Real no creature hitting the field till turn 3, but I don't know. There's always a chance we draw something. We did play short bow turn 2. All right, we're already losing. Yeah, damn. Okay. Thistledown players coming out next turn for us. Playing a Rabbits deck. Scariest deck in the format. We're hitting for 2. Wow. Okay, they're just going wide quick here. I really need to hit a land. I'll feel a lot better when the Veteran Guard Mouse comes back and I can get it with the short bow. Oh, man. This is the... yeah, wow. Do I trade with that? I have no creatures. No, I don't. Unfortunate. Thankfully, I could still hold up this and then the Sonar Strike. I'm just going to start hitting here. They'll probably just take the 4. I need to hit lands here. Hop to it. All right, they're going really wide. They're going to get the double trigger on the host. This is going to be a 7. It's fine. Now we're going to Sonar Strike it. Man, oh man. All right, I'm just going to swing out. They can triple block this, quadruple block if they really want to do that. That's fine with me. They could also just chump block it. Or just take that. That's fine. We'll kick this. At least get some board presence going, but they're so wide so fast. There's so many cards they can play here that just... That's the card I was most afraid of. Thankfully, it doesn't have haste, but next turn that thing's just going to do an insane amount of damage to us. And a Warren Elder. Wow. Okay, yeah. That feels bad. That feels really bad. That feels so... I hate losing this way. Like, I don't mind losing in like a close game, but I can't draw lands, and they filled their board. They have a Burrowguard Mentor with a Warren Elder up. Like, I just don't see a way out of this. Even if we get rid of that Burrowguard Mentor, the fact that they have a Warren Elder and this amount of creatures up is just terrifying. And obviously they're counting and looking in their hand. There's Season Wonder, okay. They could have a... Okay, all right. They're just going wide here. I mean, what do I even do against this? Thank you, deck. Thank you for that. Yeah, all right. I mean, that's a crappy way to lose it out, but I mean, the deck still did pretty well. We went 6-3 here. You know, it did much better than I thought it was going to do. I was a little upset that our draft didn't really go where we wanted to go. We didn't really get the really powerful card, which is that 3/2 Mentor with Vigilance and Haste that slowly builds itself up. But Heartfire Hero is just an amazing card. You dump all your resources into it. They have to deal with it soon, or eventually just spirals and becomes a threat. Even to kill it becomes a threat. Coyote won us a couple games as well, but it is what it is. That's how the game, that's how the cookie crumbles. Give a mouse a cookie. There's some kind of metaphor there, I'm sure. But regardless, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time.